up, guys? Bohemian Mammoth back with another video, and today I'm going to be telling you guys a tale. Not any tale, but a great one. One for the books. The history books. A tale so large that it can only be summed up by playing Demolition. Do you guys want to know what that tale is? Too bad. I'm not telling you. Just kidding. Alright guys, so for real, I'm going to be telling you guys about my first fight that I got into. The first fight that I ever got into was actually not one that I started, or one that originally involved me at all. Swivel chair, check it out. I love this thing so much. Alright, but yeah, it didn't involve me, nor did I start it. So back when I was around 13 years old, I want to say 13. It might have even been younger, but I doubt it. My sister was married to this man named Chuck, and he had a son, and his son's name was Clay. And so when they got married, that made Clay, alright, sniper. When they got married, that made Clay my nephew. And me being 13, I'm this little naive little kid, you know. So I took Clay under my wing. I'd say he was like 8, 9 at the time. So I took Clay under my wing, and one day they lived in this subdivision, and one day Clay was just getting tired of this one kid talking crap. So they got into it. And me being the protective 13-year-old uncle that I was, I decided I was going to stand there. I was going to watch it go down, make sure everything went well, no unfair fighting. Well, this kid that Clay was fighting, he was my age, and he was the 13, and so I definitely needed to be there to make sure Clay had it. But in the end, Clay had it. When I say had it, Clay, he whooped him, like on the ground, beating this kid ruthlessly. I was like, man, and it was funny because it was just some little skinny redhead with freckles, and really no meat on him at all. You wouldn't think he could fight, but he did fairly well. Well, not whale. He did fairly well. Had him on the ground, and he was just beating him, and finally he got he felt he should have some mercy on him or something, so he got up, started walking away. And when he got up and he started walking away, this kid like stood up. This kid stood up and like went to make this an unfair fight. He went to punch Clay like in the back of the head and like knock him down and start wailing on him. And I'm not down with that. That's why I was there for a fair fight. This kid wasn't doing it. So I jumped in front of the kid before he could get to my little nephew of 9 years old. And I was like, look kid, it's not going to go down like that. And I pushed him back. And so he didn't like that. He didn't like that I jumped in the way and told him it wasn't going to be a fair fight. Now keep in mind, this kid's my age. He's 13. He's about my size at the time. And so, ooh, nice. So he pushes me back. So yeah, I didn't start it, nor was it my fight to be in at all. But he pushes me. I was like, look kid, don't push me. I don't want you to do that. So I was like, I was mad. He was pushing me. I didn't want this, so I was like, don't do it again. We ain't gonna have no problems. So he pushed me again, and I just got mad. Lost my temper. So I straight up, I just like reared back and full force. I just decked this 13-year-old kid in the nose. I say 13-year-old kid like he was younger than me. He was my age. So I hit this 13-year-old kid in the nose, and he fell backwards, and his nose was bleeding. I felt so bad. I was scared. I thought I was about to get in like hella trouble. He like got up holding his nose, screaming it was broken and crying, and he went to his grandma, because apparently he lived with his grandma in this neighborhood. He went to his grandma, and his grandma came over. This like 90-year-old lady came over to my sister's house, and she was all like, around my house we teach our kids not to fight. And my sister, being the bad A that she is, said, the psychotic A that she is, was like, yeah, and around here we teach our kids not to fight, but if a fight starts, we teach them to finish it. And that is a true story. Anybody that wants to, they can ask my sister. They can ask if I can ever. My sister and her husband got a divorce, so I haven't really kept in contact with Clay or Chuck or anybody, but I can find them. They were there. You can ask them. It was probably the most epic fight I've ever been in. Ooh! It's probably the most epic fight I've ever been in, and it was the first fight I've ever been in. Was it the only? I don't think it was the only. No. I was in an actual like fight one time with like boxing gloves. Like my sister like pinned me up in a fight. The other one pinned me up in a fight with this other kid. His name was Dusty, and like had boxing gloves and stuff, and we were just wailing on each other. But I had power and he had speed, and it was weird. It ended badly. But yeah, so that was the tale that I was gonna tell you guys. It was actually a very fun experience for me. But yeah, like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. This is Bohemian Mammoth, and I'm signing off, guys.